Good morning, everybody. And this is your S&P 500 day trade setups for today. So a couple of things on the go here, and we are sideways right now, but it also does look like we are in some sort of a consolidation wedge, and there's no diversions on this like there is on the Dow Jones. But I suppose we could argue that there is divergence there on the one oscillator, and that's the faster moving oscillator. You can see price making new highs while the oscillator is making new lows. And we've got a crossover, this on the 8 hour. However, typically when you see the crossover, you can see it can go on for quite an extended period of time as well, though, and still go sideways. So that's either we're going to go sideways again, or we're looking for structure. We are waiting for CPI data today. Now, the CPI data is going to be as expected or worse. It's really not going to be much better than expected. So there's so much going on in the world today. So if you look at it logically, what's the probability of us having a situation where inflation is going down to zero, and the world's right back on track, and the economies are repaired, and we're on our way back to where we were? I don't see that happening, to be honest. There's got to be some kind of there has to be some kind of reset somewhere along the line. This can't continue going up forever, and I suppose it can go up for longer than what we can stay solvent, but the reality is there needs to be some sort of correction, whether it is a longer term range as a correction, or whether it is a deeper pullback. A lot of people leaning towards a deeper pullback. I'm just saying, be careful of falling into that trap, because it is up until it's not up. So wait for the signals, pay attention, keep your stops in place, and take it from there. For me at the moment, we are sideways. There's no two ways about it. This week has been a really tight range. Last week we had a little bit of a volatile range, and then the week before we had a fairly big range that we were trading in. So that's 3 weeks of range trading. We have broken above the previous 2 weeks range, and you can see we've tested it twice, but the sellers are coming in off the top here, and there's a reason for that. Look at that on the hour. You can see pin bar, range bar, and you sell off and gradually grind up, and then we sell off the top again, and at the moment looking a little bit shaky as well. So I'm kind of sit on hands right now. Wait for the CPI data to come out. To me, if that data is well below what we're expecting, you're going to see a pretty big sell-off, and you're going to see a pretty big reset to the downside. So that's something which I would suggest we really need to be very, very cautious of at the moment, and you need to pay attention. You need to keep your eyes open. So lastly, just looking at the 15 minutes here, and was watching this yesterday. There's absolutely no reason why you're going to get an opportunity here to trade this. You can see you get a pretty solid, strong move, then all of a sudden you get a correction, then you get a strong move back, and then you get a correction. So ultimately what's happened yesterday is we've got multiple lower highs that are forming. So sorry guys, I'm using my touchpad because my mouse has fallen, so taking a little bit of effort to draw lines. So at the moment you can see pretty clear that we are getting lower highs inside a big consolidation wedge. So if we come back to the hour and you look at it like that, the next step is to start breaking through structure. So I'm not looking at these levels here, I'm looking at these two levels here, because that's going to be a major catalyst day. So 4425, you need to break through that, retest that, and that is going to trigger a range break, a smaller range break, and then also a potential wedge break. But bear in mind, wedges tend to, more often than not on the US markets, turn out to be ranges. So that could just take the wedge target, bottom of range, and then start for another move to the upside. So that's kind of what I'm seeing at the moment. I'm not entirely convinced I want to be trading this. I'm not going to be trading this actually for as long as we are sideways like this. Definitely paying attention to an opportunity to get in short. That is one thing that I need to be clear on, but it's not something that I'm just going to guess. We'll wait for a decent confirmation on a higher time frame before we look at that. And if we do miss it, it's not an issue. We'll just wait for the levels down below to buy into, because that's kind of what we're looking for. We're looking to buy into this. And yeah, it's just something that we need to really keep our eyes open at the moment, because this can bite you. Anyway, enough rambling from me. This is sit on hands. Pretty much everything I've seen this morning is sit on hands. There's nothing really standing out. So might actually be worthwhile just to close the charts and hopefully enjoy the sunshine. Anyway, hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.